I was not expecting this to happen one bit, but we are now having Square Enix, a Japanese company that resides in Japan, being removed from the SBI website, from their clientele list. And this is a giant step because it is already showing us that these companies are starting to realize that if you work or are involved with Sweet Baby Inc., you're already going to taint your product with a lot of people, a lot of gamers especially, because of past failures that SBI has been involved with when it comes to, again, the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game that lost Warner Bros. $200 million, essentially 10% of what Hogwarts Legacy's revenues brought in, just because of them alone. And on top of that, you're also having other games such as Flintlock Siege of Dawn being another failure. And before we get into this article, please don't forget to subscribe, like, or dislike. It doesn't matter. It helps with engagement, and I much appreciate it. So, video game consultancy Sweet Baby Inc., whose goal is to push woke ideology into video games, removed Square Enix from its client list on its website. Previously, Square Enix was listed in the middle of the second row on the company's list of clients between Ubisoft and Warner Bros. Games. And right here, there's actually another client that has been lost. It's not just Square Enix, but this client is not as popular or known. And if you just go over to the website of Sweet Baby Inc. and scroll all the way down, you can see their clients, and nowhere to be found is Square Enix, with also on top of that having lost another client. Now the thing is that Square Enix, just because they've left Sweet Baby Inc., doesn't mean that they have their own DEI department, because they do. Because as you go to Square Enix's website and scroll all the way down from their sustainability and social responsibility section, you scroll down, right here, they have their own diversity, equity, and inclusion section. Once again, you need to have this in your company because of Vanguard and BlackRock being investors and trying to give out all these ESG loans that have 0% interest rates, or these ESG grants that is essentially free money by the government, because you're promoting environmental, social, and governance within your work culture. As we get back to the article. However, Sweet Baby Inc. has since updated their client list on their website, and Square Enix is no longer on it. Along with Square Enix, Narial, a subsidiary of Devolver Digital and the developer of Reigns and Card Shark, is no longer listed as well. And I have no clue if the people that are HQ'd over in Japan with Square Enix being finally woken up due to failures of the company's performance when it comes to these new game releases that have been absolutely failing and costing them a lot of money when it comes to, like, their Avengers game and even their Forspoken game, which failed abysmally, requiring crazy GPUs, CPUs, and just a crazy overall built PC just to run the game that was very lackluster to begin with and introduced a character that nobody liked. Maybe that is what finally woke them up in trying to move away from companies that continue to push crappy services and crappy products by implementing or giving these ideas and just overall draining even more money from Square Enix. It is unclear why Sweet Baby Inc. removed Square Enix from its client list. However, an investor for Square Enix questioned the company about its relationship with Sweet Baby Inc. during a recent earnings report. As reported by ex-user Mishushu, the investor questioned, "I'm personally happy about the shift from quantity to quality. I hope good titles will come out in the future. I'm concerned about the Canadian consulting company Sweet Baby. Square Enix is listed as a client, but is there actually a transaction there? What kind of transaction is it? Will they continue to do so in the future?" And it's also interesting that Black Girls Gamer, another consultancy group that worked on Forspoken, which failed miserably with the gaming audience, is also another failure that potentially is causing Square Enix to walk away from both consultancy groups. Once again, these groups having little to no faith or want in creating a good product, but creating a product that they want in order to push their ideas or ideologies onto other people, instead of actually trying to appease the majority of the fan base or the population, which I've said countless of times, which many of these developing companies or especially these consulting firms, don't care about. They're in their own little world trying to do their own little thing. And he also continued, Square Enix president Takashi Kiri responded, I would like to refrain from making specific comments about individual clients as we shift from quantity to quality. Providing content that is enjoyable and safe for our customers is also a part of what makes a product fun. We will do our best as creators. Essentially trying to be humble in saying that this company, Sweet Baby Inc., is a company that promotes not quality content, instead promoting crappy quality content that has caused a crap ton of losses in money and revenue. And this is just one step in the right direction. Will other companies such as, Xbox Game Studios, Electronic Arts, Valve go in a similar approach in moving away from Sweet Baby Inc. because of all the controversies that have been taking place with it? Even with Wizards of the Coast down here with Magic the Gathering, we know how that's been going on with them, and I don't want to get into that. But it's going to be interesting to see if this is a step in the right direction, or if these types of companies are going to create their own little departments, such as Square Enix here with their own diversity, equity, and inclusion, and do their own little thing. Anyways, with all of that in mind, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.